The University of Maine's tobacco-free campus policy banned all forms of tobacco products on campus. After 8 months into the voluntary compliance phase, UMaine community members have diverse opinions on its success.
I think it's a waste of time, to be honest with you. I think that right now, so many people do smoke on campus. I walk by smokers every day, and I was one of them, and there are still places where you can throw cigarette butts away, but today people are just throwing them on the ground. Just because it says we can't doesn't mean we're not, people are still going to smoke.
I think that the voluntary compliance made people more angry and want to act out more and smoke more. I actually saw one of those little pedestals where the smoke ashtrays used to be that has a sticker on it that says no smoking, and on top of it was the biggest pile of cigarette butts I've ever seen. So that's kind of a sign that people didn't really agree with it and didn't feel like complying to it.
Megan Genovese, a UMaine student and regular smoker, is conflicted in her feelings about the policy.
People should be allowed to smoke where they should be respectful, but I guess this is their way of enforcing the respect of other people's there too. So it's kind of, I don't particularly agree or like it, but I understand why they did it.
Megan said she has tried to quit smoking before and thinks the tobacco-free policy might help her quit for good.
It would definitely give me a timeline, and I spend all day on campus, like literally 8 to 8 in the morning to 8 p.m. So yeah, it will definitely influence that.
Though some are optimistic about the outcomes of the policy, others feel there are bigger issues students find important.
You ask any student their first 5 things that they're interested in changing about the university. Smoking on campus is not a part of that. They're going to talk about parking enforcement, the dining halls, the dining plans. No student cares about the smoking on campus.
David Cox, an active member in the UMaine community, has been vocal about his thoughts on the policy from the beginning. Cox questions the goals of the policy and whether the university will uphold them.
If this is their policy, then they really need to stand by it. I don't agree with it, but if they don't stand by it, then it makes the university look like they're just making, again, window dressing to make themselves look good with no real teeth behind it. I think, again, the university can better allocate the time and money that they have in other more positive, more reinforcing, good behavior type of ways.
As the enforcement phase of the policy approaches, many wonder what to expect. Lauri Sidelko, chair of the Tobacco-Free Campus Committee, says enforcement means education.
If a student is found smoking, they will be given a warning. They will be told this is a tobacco-free campus, and we would prefer that you not use on this campus. And we have some cards that we're developing that people can actually just hand to someone, so that it's a non-confrontational type of interaction, and also so that they can be aware of the resources that we have on campus to help them quit, because we have a significant amount of resources if someone wants to quit. Step 2 will be a student will be referred to the conduct office, the community standards office. In that, just like all of our conduct issues, we try to make it educational, and so the person will probably need to talk to someone about smoking. If they'd like to quit, we'll get them to the place they need to go. If they don't want to quit, then we're going to talk to them about how we can fit their smoking into the policy, essentially. And so it doesn't bother me that we see some people smoking on campus, because it's an addiction. Of course they are. They are going to have to figure that out. We are going to have to help them. And so if it takes someone talking to them about it, fantastic. This is an educational institution. Let's all educate ourselves. In terms of the window dressing process, it makes me sad to hear that, because there's nothing about this that's window dressing. This is about health. It really is. In terms of numbers of health and obesity and things like that, the state of Maine is a very unhealthy state, and we're trying to change that. And that's what it's really all about.